Role of ethnic groups in conservation of plant genetic resources. This is the heading of the chapter. Role of ethnic groups or tribal groups in conservation of plant genetic resources. As you know, they chiefly rely on plants which are growing in and around their habitations. These tribal people are very closely associated with the environment by inhabiting at mountain regions and forest regions. So, as they closely associate with the plants and plant groups, and they mostly depend on plants for every purpose in their life at all stages of life, they have to conserve those plants themselves because of that is their necessary to conserve. This is their necessity to conserve the plants. So by this conservation may are of many types, knowingly or unknowingly, they are being conserving their own plants, which are growing in their environments. So, what are the different methods of conservation by the tribal people who will see in this chapter? Actually, in India, there are 573 tribal groups, and 227 ethnic races. Are you catch my point? 573 are tribal groups, 227 are ethnic races are present in India. Ethnic races. And these are accounting with 68 millions of people. 68 millions of people. So these 68 millions of people consists of 227 ethnic races and 573 tribal groups are using indigenous plant diversity. Indigenous plant diversity, they doesn't know about exotic plant species. Indigenic means endemic. Indigenous means swadeshi. Swadeshi, those plants which are born and growing in our India are known as indigenous plants. So they depend on these indigenous plants. They doesn't know about exotic plant species that is introduced from out of the country, out of our India. So from these indigenous and endemic plant species, they directly get the benefit by forest produce in the form of raw or even after cooking. They some products they take directly, that is raw material. Some raw fruits are eaten directly. Some are by cooking. So the some flowers, some fruits, tubers, leaves, seeds, all these they eat. So what the material they eat, some are they eat directly as raw material, and some are eaten by cooking, and they will collect from other forest produce from the forest. For example, for firewood, firewood for fencing wood, for house-made wood for construction of houses, and as well as they sell some forest produce like tamarind, honey, other fruits, some seeds, or sell in their markets to support their economy. Anyhow, by using themselves and by supporting their economy, they directly depend on plants. So they must have to conserve those plants because of they those are the basis for their life. అవి వారి జీవన ఆధారానికి ముఖ్యమైనవి కాబట్టి ఆ జీవన ఆధారాలైనటువంటి మొక్కలను పరిరక్షించుకునే లేదా సంరక్షించుకునేటువంటి బాధ్యత వాళ్ళపైనే ఉంది. వాళ్ళు సంరక్షించుకుంటారు. బై knowingly or unknowingly or by methods of scientific way or unscientific way. They doesn't know. But directly or indirectly, they are being conserving those plants because they are their main source. These plants are their main source of their living or their livelihood. So they must have conserve those plants. So in respect of these ethnic groups, there is an estimation. There is an estimation. There are 45,000 of wild species are there in India. These 45,000 of species are exclusively belongs to wild species, not cultivated or domesticated any other. Totally 45,000 of wild species they rely. Among these 45,000 of wild species, 9,500 species are ethnobotanically significant. That means these tribal people are depending on about 9,500 species for their ethnobotanical practices. Ethnobotanical practices. Again, among these 9,500 species, 7,500 species are ethnomedicinally useful. Ethnomedicinally useful. So, all these 7,500 plant species are using in indigenous or Indian traditional system of medicines. Indian traditional system of medicines. In addition to these plants, 3,900 plants are used as food or food yielding plants. 3,900 plant species are used as food yielding plants. 525 plants as fiber yielding plants. Fiber yielding plants 525, and 300 only 300 as gums, resins, and dyes, also perfumes. These are all categorized. Nearly 300 plant species are yielding gums, resins, dyes, and perfumes. Perfumes. And another 300 plant species are used in antibacterial property in modern medicine. Another 300 plant species are being used as antibiotic property agents in modern medicine. So this is one calculation. You can see how much of uses are being there in plants. So the 11.95% of plant diversity, or you can round off it into 12%. 11.95% is almost 12% of biodiversity out of world's biodiversity. World's biodiversity. Only the Indian tribal people are conserving. Are you able to understand, or are you able to catch this point? Nearly 12% of biodiversity out of total biodiversity of the world, only the Indian tribal people are conserving. The Indian people are conserving, the Indian people are on the other, the Indian tribal people are being conserving 12% of plant diversity, 12% of plant diversity out of total biodiversity exists in the world. So that is my point. Are you able to catch it? Are you understand or not? Say yes or no. Anybody? One of you. Good. This point I think you have understood. Then how the 12% of nearly 12%, if you want to say 11.95% of plant biodiversity out of world's biodiversity, only the Indian tribal people are being conserving. How it is possible? It is possible by various tribal people, various ethnic groups, various ethnic races by following some methods. Some methods. So these methods are associated with their beliefs, their beliefs, their traditions, their customs, and their socio-economic causes. These are all associated with their methods of conservation. These are all associated with their methods of conservation. For this instance, we have some examples how they are being conserving the plant genetic resources. How they are conserving. They are conserving the first method. You can put a side heading. The first method they are conserving by believing as gods. By believing as gods. It is also one kind of in situ conservation. This is the method of in situ conservation that is practiced by only ethnic people, not by other governmental organization or other people. Because how it is considered to be a in situ conservation means they conserve this kind of plant genetic resources or these plants where they are naturally inhabited without disturbing their habitation. So, you know already the definition of in situ conservation is nothing but the conservation, the conservation or the on-site conservation where the original germplasm or original plant genetic resources or animal genetic resources are inhabited without disturbance of their natural habitations. So this definition comes under the same umbrella. Here you see one of the methods of conservation of plant genetic resources by ethnic groups by conserving at their natural resources by worshipping as god and goddesses. They believe each plant is a symbol of a specific god. Each plant is a symbol of a specific god. With this belief, with this belief, they worship those plants. They don't disturb those plants. Resultantly, the plants will be conserving forever. They don't cut them. They don't collect any produce from them because they believe that each plant is the symbol or each plant is the image of each god or each goddess or each deity. Deity means devata. Each deity. So they believe like that. And also they believe that a specific tree is the house of the specific god. It is their belief. It is their simply this is their belief. For example, in MP, that is in Madhya Pradesh, some aboriginals are there, that is primitive tribals. As I told you, in tribals, some are very primitive. So they are considered as PTGs. PTGs means primitive tribal groups. This is recognized by the government of India as primitive tribal groups. For example, Savara in our district are comes under PTGs. No other tribal people in our district like Jatapu and other Yerukula, Savara, Jatapu, anymore in our district? Do you know? Do you know? You don't know. So they don't come under PTGs. Only Savara comes under PTGs. So such PTGs means primitive tribal groups in Madhya Pradesh. The name of those tribal people are Dindori. They are inhabited at Balaghat district, Balaghat district, and Kavardha, Kavardha tribe, which are inhabited at Belaspur district of Bihar. These are the two tribes for primitive tribal groups. These are two good examples. What are the two good examples? You must note it down. You must note it down as I am giving examples, two examples for PTGs. Those who are conserving the plant genetic resources by believing plants as homes of each god or goddesses. The one tribal group are Dindori, which are inhabited at Balaghat district of Madhya Pradesh. And the second one is Kavardha, Kavardha, Kavardha group of Belaspur district of Bihar state. These two are believe that some goddesses are living in the flowers of these trees. Some goddesses and gods are living in flowers of the trees. What are these trees? What are these goddesses? What are these trees and what are these goddesses? For this, you have to draw a small table. Understand? Anybody can respond, yes or no. Understand? So these two tribes, one tribe from Madhya Pradesh and one tribe from Bihar, believe that flowers of the plants are the houses of gods and goddesses. Or on the other hand, some specific god and goddesses are lives within the flowers of these plants. So they don't disturb these plants and they will conserve those plants. Means, what are these flowers and what are these plants and what are these gods and goddesses? For this, you have to draw a small table, a small column, serial number, and the second column, somewhat big column, name of the plant, name of the plant. All of you should write name of the plant, and next column, somewhat small, common name, common name. Next column, family, means that plant belongs to which family? Family. And the large column or remaining place in the page, you can leave for this column as name of the god oblique goddesses, name of the god oblique goddesses that which live in the live in the flower, that which live in the flower. So what is this table? This table reflects or reveals that the tribal people, those believe, those who believe their gods and goddesses are live in the flowers of the plants. The first one, come to number one, Terminalia Arjuna. Terminalia, Terminalia, Terminalia Arjuna, Arjuna. Arjuna. Do you know what is the common name for Terminalia Arjuna? Huh? Anybody? Terminalia Arjuna? I think in second year you did not focus on taxonomy classes. You don't know about taxonomy or families, name of the plants and name of the families and all those things. Second year over. What you have learned in the taxonomy? Terminalia Arjuna, Tellamaddi. Common name? Tellamaddi. Family? Combritaceae. 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 Then last column. What is that last column? What is that last column? Name of the god or goddesses. Here you write Brahma Devudu, Brahma. Brahma, Brahma. So Brahma or the Terminalia Chobula is the symbiotic representation of Brahma. So they don't cut these trees. They never cut these trees. Even the wood of this tree has many commercial values. Others from outside, local people and other contractors, the trade and commerce people will cut these trees. But the tribal people never cut these trees. తెల్లమద్ది చెట్లని ట్రైబల్ పీపుల్ ఎప్పుడు కొట్టరు because of they believe their god. Automatically, indirectly, the plant is being conserved. The plant is being conserved. And second one, Citrus medica. Citrus, Citrus, medica. Citrus medica. Common name, Madhi phalam. Madhi phalam. Family. Can you say this family you have studied in second year degree? The previous family Combritaceae is no, it is not in your syllabus actually, but Rutaceae is there in your syllabus. You have already studied this syllabus. Write down Madhi phalam belongs to family Rutaceae, Rutaceae, and The god or goddesses, Brahaspati, Jupiter. Jupiter is the god where he lives in the plant Citrus medica, the flowers of Citrus medica. This is their belief. Third one, Aegil Marvelous. Aegil Marvelous. Do you know the common name of Aegil Marvelous? Aegil Marvelous. This is also family belongs to Rutaceae. Rutaceae. The common name Aegil Marvelous. It is already came in our classes once. Trifoliate compound leaves which are very fond of God Seva. What is this? Yes, Maredu. Write down. The common name is Maredu. Aegil Marvelous, family Rutaceae. Then you can say easily, what is the god here? God Shiva. God Shiva in last column. And fourth one, Azad recta indica. What is the common name for Azad recta indica? Write down name, common name as name, and family. Previous classes, did you heard or not? This is one of the plants among 10 plants in our syllabus. Write down మీలేసి ఎక్కడిదక్కడ వదిలేయకూడదు. ఇప్పుడేం కాలేజీకి రావక్కర్లేదు, ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళక్కర్లేదు, ఇంటి దగ్గర కూర్చుంటున్నారు. మేమే మీ ఇంటికి పాఠం చెప్పేస్తున్నాం. మీ దగ్గరికి పాఠం వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఒకసారి పుస్తకం తీయరా? ఇంతసేపు అజాడిరెక్టా ఇండికా మీలేసి సార్ ఎందుకు? వీ హ్యావ్ స్టడీడ్ దిస్ ప్లాంట్ ఇన్ డీటెయిల్. We have already studied this plant in detail with its ethnobotanical and ethnomedicinal practices. One of the plants in our syllabus among those 10 plants, Milesi, and the god or goddess which are there in this plant is Sarparazu anta. Sarparazu. Sarpamu. Snake. Sarparazu annadante. Then fifth one, Asimum sanctum. Asimum sanctum. You can fill up these two columns. What is the next column for Asimum sanctum? Common name. Next family. Yes. And then god or goddesses. Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi. So this is even in modern civilized people also they believe this Asimum sanctum is the symbiotic plant for the goddesses Lakshmi Devi. We also believe because of everywhere in every house you can see the worshipping of this Tulsi plant at every house. It is very common. Then sixth one, Sesbania grandiflora. Sesbania, Sesbania. Sesbania grandiflora. The common name is Baka, Baka, Baka. Sesbania A family. Which family? Sesbania. Good, good, good. Fabaceae. Fabaceae. And the god which they believe is Vishnu. The god they believe that Vishnu. And the next one, Nerium odorum. ఈ పేర్లన్నీ తప్పి ఇచ్చారు అందులో. నీరియం ఇండికమ్ అన్నాడు. ఇది ఎక్కడిదో. నీరియం ఒడోరం. ఓ DORUM. Odorum. Nerium odorum. What is the common name for this? Anatomically, the leaf shows anatomically The leaf shows zerophytic characters. Usually, we give example for zerophytic adaptations. We give this plant as example for zerophytic adaptations. What is this plant? Nerium odorum. You are very poor in plant names and taxonomy. Being botany students. Erraganneru. Erraganneru. Family. You have not studied this family. Apocynaceae. Family Apocynaceae. APOCY. NACEAE. Apocynaceae. Erraganneru. In Sanskrit, it is called as Karavera Patram. Did you heard? Anybody? Did you heard in during Vinayak Chavati, Ganapati Chaturthi, Karavera Patram Samarpayami? It is very fun to Ganapati. This is the one of the leaves that worships the Ganesh or Ganapati among 21 leaves. Usually, we worship Ganapati with 21 types of leaves. This is called as Yakavimsati Patra Puja. Did you heard? Yakavimsati Patra Puja. Yakavimsati means 21. 21 Patra Puja. It is one of the leaf among Yakavimsati. Okay. So this is Karavera or Erraganneru, family Apocynaceae. God is Ganapati or Ganesh or Vinayaka, so on. So this is the small table with 7 plants. So these are worshipping and conserving by their belief by two tribes. What are these two tribes? One from MP and one from Bihar. Dindori from MP and Kavardha from Bihar. So they will conserving by this method. What method? By believing them, those plants, as their god and goddesses. And the next one is as a source of food. As a source of food. The second method you have to put side heading as source of food. When these plants are useful to them as their main source of food, they must have to conserve those plants mandatory. So these are comes under especially the northern states of India, and other islands. For other islands means Andaman Nicobar Islands and northern east states. The tribal people which are inhabited at some islands, Indian islands, and northeastern states, people will conserve these plants. So naturally, those plants are originated in the atmosphere. Those plants are prominently rice, sorghum, maize, some cereals, and fruits. Fruits they are conserving. So these plants, you must remember that the center of origins for these plants are also northeastern states as well as some islands. So these plants are being conserved by the local tribal groups where they are inhabited. Especially, for example, you take northern states like Manipur, Meghalaya, Assam. These states, there are some tribes of tribal people which are known as Khasi, Jatin, Pariyar. These are the three tribes. What are these three tribes? One is Khasi, Khasi. Jatin, 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 and Pariyar, Pariyar, Pariyar. And also the fourth one is also there in Assam, Goro tribe, Goro, Goro tribe. These actually conserve some wonderful rice varieties. These rice varieties are being conducting research by national, international institutes. What are these rice varieties? There are two rice varieties. Those are Pattabi and Champara, Palsana. These are the three rice varieties. One is Pattabi. The second one is Champara. Third one is Valsana. 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 What are these three? These three are rice varieties where being conserved by the local tribal people because of these three rice varieties are originated from these areas. What areas? Northeastern states of India like Manipur, Meghalaya, and Assam, as well as some islands like Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So these are conserved. These three are conserved by them, rice varieties. And another most important and wonderful practice is there are nearly 150 rice varieties. Nearly 150 rice varieties are being conserved by the tribal people, which are called them as Santal, Munda, and Gond. Santal tribe, Munda, Munda, Munda tribe, and Gond's tribe. You know Gond. These three tribes are usually inhabited at Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Orissa, and Jharkhand. These people are these people are being conserving nearly 150 varieties of rice. 150 varieties of rice. So all these varieties, a great research is being going there. Is being going there. What is this research is going? Where this research is going? The research is going on these 150 varieties and also three varieties. What are these three varieties? Are you writing or not? What are these three varieties? These three varieties are Pattabi, Champara, and Palsana. So Pattabi, Champara, and Palsana varieties are being conserving by the tribal people of northeastern states. Those tribes are also Khasi, Jatin, and Pariyar. Again, you come this in the second instance. You come the people which are the tribal people, that is Santal, Munda, and Gond, which are inhabited in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Orissa, and Jharkhand. They are conserving about 150 varieties of rice. Varieties of rice. All these are being under research. Are all these are being under research. So these are what are the special features of these varieties? How they are being conserving? They have good qualities of they have good qualities of protein content. Usually in rice, most of the content is carbohydrate. Yeah, you know. But some of the protein content is there, and these rice are said to be good for digestion, and they give some a good smell. Did you see some basmati rice of Kashmir? Basmati rice are endemic or local variety for Kashmir. When you see the basmati rice is giving a good smell. So here also these varieties having some smell and they are said to be good for digestion and they have protein percentage and also they are resistant towards insects and pests diseases. So these are the good qualities inhaled in these varieties. For this instance, what are the context here for their protein content, for their digestive property, for their good smell property, and also their good quality of resistance against pests and insects. These varieties are going to research, they are investing, and so many experiments and so many hybridization experiments are at being there at CRRI. What is CRRI? Where it is Central Rice Research Institute. Where it is? Where it is situated? CRRI? Aditya. Aditya. Good. Katak. CRRI. So, on these 150 types of rice varieties, as well as those three rice varieties, that is Pattabi, Champar, and Palsana, CRRI is taking a very good project, very large project. CRRI at Kadak is going on. What is this project? All India Coordinated Rice Improvement Program. The name of the program is All India Coordinated Rice Improvement Program. This program is undertaken by CRRI, Central Research Institute, Cuttack, to invent the good qualities such as protein content, digestive capacity, and good smell, also resistance against pests and insects. So the varieties that are being conserved by the tribal people are are attracted by attracted by the rice breeders rice breeders as well as scientists in CRRI to carry out a great project by name All India Coordinated Rice Improvement Program. And also, this program is also going on Agricultural Rice Research Institute, Agricultural Rice Research Institute. Where is this? IARRI, International Agricultural Rice Research Institute. So this is located at Manila. Manila means Philippines. ఫిలిప్పైన్స్ లో ఉంది ఇది మనీలా. ఇక్కడ కూడా ఈ ట్రైబల్ పీపుల్ కన్జర్వ్ చేస్తున్నటువంటి రైస్ వెరైటీస్ పైన రీసెర్చ్ జరుగుతుంది. వై? యాక్చువల్లీ ద వెరైటీస్ దట్ ఆర్ కన్జర్వ్డ్ బై ది tribal people in their natural habitations are the original germplasm. After hybridization or conducting breeding practices, you will be you will find the recombinants, not original germplasm. Recombinants. Of course, these recombinants have So many good qualities, new qualities, required amount of qualities, so on. But the original germplasm can be obtained, can be taken from only wild in nature. Wild in nature. So, how we can obtain this original germplasm? Where they naturally inhabited or natural their inhabitations, their natural habitations. So the tribal people can only able to collect those original germplasm or from their natural habitations. They can able to collect original germplasm from their natural habitations, so that the only from the natural habitations on the original germplasm we can obtain the original good qualities, characters. Then we can improve other characters, as we as we desire desired characters are incorporated in breeding practices or any other technology like rDNA technology or tissue culture technology. We can improve so many varieties from original germplasm. But the features, that original features you see here, what are the original features? Resistant against pests and insects, and protein percentage, and also some digestive enzymes, presence of digestive enzymes, and good smell. We cannot bring into new varieties until unless we use we use the wild varieties as one of the parents in breeding practices. So you should use the wild resources, resources, natural genetic resources as one of the parents, and you can use another parent and you can obtain the new varieties in desired quality and desired quantity. So that directly or indirectly, the tribal people plays an important role or crucial role in conserving the original genetic resources, original plant genetic resources. After their conservation only, we will avail those benefits. So this is the role of role of ethnic groups in conserving the plant genetic resources. How many methods you have learned as role of ethnic people in conserving plant genetic resources? You have learned two methods. Two methods. What are these two methods? The first one is they are believing their gods and goddesses. So these plants are homes. These plants are places of homes for their gods. By this is their belief, of course. This is one method. And the second one is as their main source of food. It is as their main source of food. Without the food source, they cannot survive. So first their beliefs also plays an important role in conservation of original plant genetic resources, as well as the second one, their staple food or main source of food is also plays an important role in conservation of plant genetic resources. Some two or three methods are also there in your syllabus under this chapter will be learned in the next class. Will be learned in the next class. Next class means Monday. Monday, I will post you one message on Monday. I will post you one message on Monday. If I will go to Visakhapatnam for my medical purpose. If not, if not, you will have the class by sharp 2 p.m. as usual. If I go to Visakhapatnam on my medical purpose, I will give you the information in our group. Understand? Understand what I said? What I said, understand? If I you will see our group. You have to see our group by 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. If any message is there, you will follow as per that message. As per that message. If no message in our group by that time,